Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Welcome back to the Dugout Football channel. It has been a while. It has been a long time since I've done a live. But big up everyone who's obviously watching. Please do remember to, as you come in, please do remember to like the video as you come in, and also please do hit that subscribe button as well. And yeah, we're going to be talking about obviously Liverpool Arsenal. Obviously, as I've said, as you can see from the thumbnail and the title, we are going to be discussing Liverpool Arsenal this evening. We're also going to be discussing, obviously, about the Guard of Honour that Arsenal are going to kindly give us on Sunday. Um, and we'll talk about other things as well because a lot has happened in the past few days. And look, I'll be speaking about obviously the Trent situation. Be speaking about Martin Zubimendi because it does look like he's going to Arsenal, and I'm also going to be speaking about potentially Jeremie Frimpong to Liverpool as well. So yeah, and obviously, as you can see, I am repping the Copite podcast on YouTube. So yeah, big shout out to Jack Designs as well for this. Really, really nice. And yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting to say the very, very least. And I, for one, can't wait for this game. And I'm pretty sure you can't either. So please say hello. Please do let me know how you're feeling about this game. And obviously, if you are a Liverpool supporter, if you're an Arsenal supporter, please do say hello as well. And can I just say as well, a big thank you to all the new subscribers. If you've obviously noticed, we have just passed 3.1k. It felt like an age since I was on 3.09, but I've managed to hit the 3.1 k. And actually, if we're talking about it as well, thank you to everyone who's viewed the latest shorts. There is a couple on there. So yeah, thank you very much. I will continue doing these shorts, but I'll also be doing these lives as well. So yeah, let's say hello to people. Let's say hello to people. As I've said, Liverpool Arsenal. Please leave a like as you enter the video, and if you're new to the Dugout Football channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button as well. Thank you. So yeah, that's the housekeeping done as well. And if you want to, you can share the content as well. Good evening to Luca Talks Ball. Hello, Luca. Hope you are well. Good to see you in the chat, my friend. How are you feeling about this game? How are you feeling about this game? I'm not too bad. I'm not too bad. I've got my water. Voice is still a little bit sore, but I said I was going to do this, and I'm going to do this. So yeah, I'm going to do this. Stephen Jurison, hello mate. I am doing okay, my friend. I hope you're well. I hope you're good as well. Good to see you in the chat, my friend. We've got Tony Madden in the chat. Hello, Tony. Hope you are well. I am going to be in Liverpool on the final weekend of the season. I haven't got a ticket yet. Uh, Probably doubtful that I get a ticket for the game, if I'm being honest. But no, I'm going to come to Liverpool. I'm going to come for the celebrations. Going to come for the parade. Really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it as well. And Stephen Jura says he's doing good. Thanks. I'm glad. I'm glad you are doing good as well. So, as I said, it is Liverpool against Arsenal tomorrow. 4:30 kickoff. Now, there is a couple of things I want to say first. Firstly, this is obviously the first thing I've done since we were crowned champions on the 29th of April. So this is the first live stream I've done since we've done that. I was probably a lot more merry that day. So I'm more awake tonight. Let's just say that. Like I'm absolutely buzzing for this game. I don't know about you guys, but I am absolutely buzzing for this game. Um, and look, I will talk about Trent. I will talk about Trent because Arne Slot in his latest press conference said that Connor Bradley will be starting from now on. So what you'll see is probably Trent coming off the bench now. I think it's the right decision because I think if we're watching the latest press conference, you'd have to say that Conor Bradley's definitely for the future, definitely, and for next season as well. So it's good that Conor Bradley's going to be getting game time. I am a little bit concerned. I don't know if anyone else is. I'm a little bit concerned about his injuries. He does seem to be picking up a few wee niggles now and then. But now's the best time to give him a run of games. Now's the time to give him a run of games. Give him Arsenal tomorrow. Give him Brighton and give him Palace. I think those are the best games to give him. And look, Trent situation. Like I'm gonna be honest. I'm not surprised he's leaving. I'm not. Um, I think it's been. I think it's been in the pipeline for a while that he was going to be leaving. Um, and I think when you look at what he's done as a footballer, look, unfortunately, he's going to be leaving on a free, which I think is the biggest travesty that we could ever have. Because I think you would want to get money off him. Now, obviously, if Real Madrid want to get him before the Club World Cup starts, then they're going to have to spend a bit of the fee for him. So that there's that. And I just think the whole thing is sad, really. Um, you know, I had a feeling from the West Ham game when he did that celebration for the goal that he scored against West Ham. I always had a feeling that was it. And when you actually look at it, he actually wanted to leave in 2023, but it was obviously stopped by Klopp news. And obviously Real Madrid made an approach then. They obviously made an approach in the summer to try and get him then. But now, obviously, they've gone with him. And look, wish him well. I wish him well. Um, I can honestly say I am very very sad in a way that it's come to this. But I think the general consensus, and I think the general consensus that everyone had was that Trent was going to be leaving, Van Dijk and Salah were going to be staying. So I think when you look at it that way, I think okay, it's not too bad because you've obviously got Van Dijk, you've got Salah staying. So look, right back is a very interesting proposition next season. And obviously I will speak about Jeremie Frimpong later in the show as well. So you know what? I think it's sad what Trent has basically been doing. I think the fact he didn't give an interview right up until obviously he's decided to leave. Um, Leicester City was the first interview I think he did. Um, there were times this season where he could have came out and said, "Look, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be, thinking of leaving." Maybe the club just wanted to wait. Maybe the club just wanted to wait for the fact that Salah and Van Dijk have signed, and then see what happens with Trent. Now, I fully acknowledge I'm not a Scouser. I'm not a Scouser, so I know how everyone is feeling. And for people to come out and say um, Liverpool fans should be grateful for what he's done, it, you're not a Scouser, right? The media completely have gone over the head as well. Rival fans have gone over their heads as well with this. You don't know how we're feeling. You don't know how every Scouser's feeling. This is a guy who has been brought up and bred in Liverpool, going to be leaving for a new culture, for a new league. We're bound to be disappointed. And is he a legend? Look, for what he's done fantastically. Every trophy that he's possibly won. But the fact he's going out on the fact that we're just won the league, could have built on that, I think is really, really sad. I think it's very, very sad. And actually, when I look at that, when I look at what Carragher said as well, he is the biggest hypocrite in this because he's been saying for ages that, um, you know, he's been saying for ages that, nobody else can tell you how you're feeling. Well, you've been doing it for years with Casemiro, with Cole Palmer. So it's it's a very sad situation, and it's a sad one for me because Trent Alexander-Arnold has been a very very good player in my lifetime as a Liverpool player. He's been really really good. I do worry for him at Madrid. I will be honest with you. I do worry for him at Madrid. Um, so look, what will be what will be. But good luck at Madrid. Um, Obviously the fans won't be as forgiving there. Let's put it that way. So yeah, good luck to you. But I think Slot has done the right thing in saying Conor Bradley's starting for the rest of the season. We have to, we have to do that. So yeah, I've said my piece on Trent. That's the last I'm going to say of it. And I think it's the right decision to basically bench Alexander Arnold for the remaining games. I think it's right because Conor Bradley, for me, is our starting right back next season. Provided we'll see, we'll see what happens. But Trent, unfortunately for me, is not a club legend. Um, I think he's definitely a cult hero for what he's done. But I think the way he has handled it this season, and especially last season, is very, very disappointing. So yeah, that's all I'll say on the Trent news. That's all I'll say on the Trent. But guys, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll get to them very very soon. Um, right, where did I get up to? Where did I get up to? I think I may have read this already. Stephen Jurr says he's doing good. Thanks. Good to hear, mate. I feel like it's going to be a calm before the storm match tomorrow. Um, feels that way. Does kind of feel that way a little bit. Um, Someone is saying there's a problem with the sound. Is everyone hearing me okay? I know it is obviously a new mic that I am obviously using. So please do let me know as well. I can't wait for the Liverpool game. Yeah, I can't wait either. I can't wait either as well. I do think Trent will play against Brighton. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. Maybe off the bench, yes, but not at the moment. So I would say that. I think 2-1 to Arsenal, says Luca. Interesting 2-1 Arsenal. I don't know why. I got a feeling we might beat you. Well, we might be still in celebratory mode, mate. We might be still in celebratory mode as well. I have no problem with Trent leaving. He's been a great servant for the club, and I wish him well. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I wish him well as well. To say the very least. Evening, pal. Hope you're well. AKM LFC. Hello, mate. Hope you're well. Good to see you in the chat. I think Trent will go from a legend to a squad player. I agree. I agree. Hello, Chippy. Hello, mate. Hope you're well. As you can hear, my voice is a little bit bad. But yeah, if there is problems with the volume, then obviously I will check that. I will definitely check that as well. Trent will play combined 20 in the remaining games. I agree with this. Absolutely agree with this. I think give Bradley at least 70 minutes tomorrow. Bring Trent on later in the game. Absolutely agree with that. Absolutely agree with that. So yeah. Ballums and hello. I'm going for an LFC win and a Salah goal. Interesting. Interesting to say the very least. So we'll see. We will see indeed. Right. Let me just do this. I'm just going to do that. See if that's any better. See if that's any better. Ballum says, do you see Calvin Ramsey staying this summer? No. No, I don't. I don't know if he's contracted still, Ballum, to be honest with you. He might be. He might be still contracted to us, but I'm not entirely sure. Um, Not sure. Not sure to say the very, very least. For me, I think he leaves in the summer, if I'm being honest. because that's the next part I'm going to be speaking about. Hi, thank you for the welcome, and yes, take it easy. Thank you very much as well. Right, we will be speaking about this man. Loads of reports linking Jeremie Frimpong to Liverpool. Now, here's what I'll say on it first. Um, he wouldn't be my first choice, let's put it this way. Um, I think Frimpong is more of a right winger, if we're being honest. He's more of a right wing back. Now, if Slot wants to go back to goes to a right wing back role, then I'm absolutely happy for that. I'm absolutely happy for that. If he doesn't, then I don't see where he can fit in. It feels like it almost feels like Frimpong wants this move. There was obviously rumours in the press earlier this week that someone was in Liverpool. It obviously turned out to be an agent of some kind, a sort of a money agent to come up. And I just look at this and I'm like, okay, Jeremy Frimpong for me, he wouldn't be my first choice, but if he was to come in as a sort of a right winger role, we've been needing Salah cover for ages. Like I'm not so sure if Chiesa will stay on in the summer, but if you want my honest opinion on this, Frimpong for me is not a right back. I think he's more of a right wing back. He's probably more of a right midfielder. Now we don't really play with a right midfielder. You know, so in that aspect, it would be quite an interesting one. For me, I look at this. I look at what we're doing at this moment in time, and I think if we're really wanting right back cover, especially for Conor Bradley, then I think the biggest move for me would be that Aina at Forest, who is who's obviously out of contract in the summer. I think he'd be good. I think he would be very, very good. There's obviously rumours with a load of players for right back. And I saw Gertruda on. I seen him being linked with us as well. I can't remember his first name, but it's somebody Gertruda who was at Feyenoord with Slot as well. So yeah, I'll be honest. Where these links have been kind of happening for a while with Frimpong, I'm not so sure we're going to be getting him, if you know what I mean. The only way I think we get him is if I think Chiesa goes. If I'm being honest, I don't think he is a right back by trade, um, and I think I look at that transfer room and I'm like, is it really one we need? I'm not so sure. Um, Now, be honest with ourselves. Do we think Conor Bradley gets most of next season? I think he does. So I wouldn't be signing Frimpong to come in first choice. Let me just say that. But his stats are very good for Bayer Leverkusen. So see what happens. Take them with a pinch of salt. But we do like a release clause. We do like a release clause. So I look at that and I'm going to say this: if we do get him, then I don't think he plays right back. I don't think he plays right back. Um, but we are needing that creativity in that position to say the very least. So yeah, I'm not so sure about the rumours with Frimpong, if I'm being honest. But like, that's going to be very, very interesting to see if we sign him, to say the very least. But yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts about Frimpong, because I'll be honest, I'm not sure. I am not too sure about Frimpong, but we will see. Anyway. Callum Ramsey is Scottish right back. We have who is around 19 or so on one Scotland League. Yes, he's at Kilmarnock at the moment. Ballum, who is at Kilmarnock. I'm not sure if he played today. I'll need to double check. Bayern will be different next season. Their manager's leaving, some of their players are leaving. Yes, Alonso is going to what you would think would be Real Madrid. I think you would think it'd be Real Madrid, wouldn't you? And yeah, some of their players leave. I think Birch is going to go to Bayern Munich. Again, that's a kind of one where I'm kind of like, do you really have to go there? But yeah, like it'll be interesting. Be interesting to see. Bayer Leverkusen last season was very good, low key. Yeah, absolutely. They certainly were. Um, Big up Luke Hankinson as well. Hello, mate. Hope you're well. Chippy says Frimpong ticks all the boxes for him. Interesting. Very, very interesting, Chippy. Excuse me. That'll be very interesting to see if we get him. As I've said, I don't think he's going to be playing right back. Um, if we do get him, then we move to a right wing back, I think. And I think maybe we go to a back three. But again, for a back three, we need defenders that are going to be fit. So that could be something to look at. And then we play with wing backs. I don't know. It's going to be very interesting summer. Let's put it that way. It's the very excuse me. We always get into so many players, so I never pay attention until they actually sign. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not, Tony. To be honest with you, mate. But I do have to say that that one is gaining momentum. If you want my honest take on that, I do think it is gaining a little bit of momentum. But anyway, that is obviously Frimpong chat. Guys, what I will do after the video has been published, I will put in timestamps for you to go back and look at as well. So I will do that. So, right, this is a deal that is actually happening now. Luca, I don't know if you're still in the chat, but I can't believe I'm saying this, but Martin Zubimendi is going to Arsenal. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you heard that right. Martin Zubimendi is going to Arsenal. I, I, yeah, it's such a shame, really. He could have been a Premier League winner this season, but decided to stay at Real Sociedad. Now, obviously, he's been obviously persuaded by the fact that North London has mountains. Um, Look, Zubimendi is a very good midfielder, but I don't think it's midfielders Arsenal need. If it's to replace Thomas Partey, who is out of contract, then I get it. But if I'm being honest, this is a very weird move. Um, I had the feeling he was going to be staying in Spain for the rest of his career. But obviously, Arteta has done something to persuade him to come to Arsenal. Um, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. Arteta's under a lot of pressure next season to get one of the big ones because that's now what 60 million euros. That's about 53.5 million. So that's 853 million that Mikel Arteta is spending as Arsenal manager. Now, he's only got an FA Cup and he's only got a Community Shield to show for himself. I honestly say this now, he needs to deliver one of the big ones next season. Otherwise, I think he's gone. Um, and they have a very good director of football in Andrea Berti as well. So it's a good start for Arsenal. But it's not a position I don't think they really need. As I've said, obviously Thomas Partey is out of contract at the end of the season. It'll be interesting to see if they sign him on. Um, maybe it's if there's Toblerone in the contract. It could well be. Could well be, Chippy. Could well be. Like tongue in cheek, obviously, but it's a good signing for Arsenal. It is a good signing for Arsenal. But yeah, you could have been a Premier League winner this season. Shame really, but you could have been a Premier League winner. And he decided to go to Arsenal. So yeah, look, that's going to be very interesting to see what will happen there. To the very least. But yeah, look, that'll be an interesting time, won't it? To the very least. But yes, Fabrizio Romano confirmed today that Zubimendi to Arsenal. Here we go, £60 million spent, euros, which I think is about 53.5 million there as well. So I'll be honest, it's a very good move for Arsenal. It's a shame we didn't get him, but we move on. We move on. And yes, but obviously we tried to get him in the summer. He didn't want to come. And I think that puts an end to it now that he's gone to Arsenal. I don't think we'll see him in a Liverpool shirt. Would have been nice, but as I said, we move on. We move on, to say it very least. So yeah, Martin Zubimendi signing for the Gunners as well. But let us talk about the last time between Liverpool and Arsenal, because it was a 2-2 draw. Now, obviously, you'll have seen online, you'll have seen a lot of people talk about the fact that Saka's back. Wait, hey, Saka's back. Saka's back. Um, I'm going to put it this way now. We were lucky in that game. We were. Um, you know, Saka put Arsenal ahead. Van Dijk headed us level, and then that Mikel Merino scored his first goal that day. And obviously, look at what he's done as a forward. He's been fantastic for Arsenal. Um, and then Darwin Núñez plays a Mo Salah and it's 2-2. Now, then Arsenal do score a third, but it's ruled out for foul. Havertz on Szoboszlai. And I think it is a foul. I think it is a foul. I still say to this day it is a foul, but like the Arsenal fans complain about referees all season, right? Let them, because Arsenal haven't won at Anfield. Anyone know? I'll give you a wee second, because it is a while. It's a while since Arsenal won at Anfield. Um, yeah, I'll let you guys know. I'll let you guys know in about 2 minutes. But Arsenal very rarely do well at Anfield. Um, I think their last win, if my memory serves me correctly, was 2012. I think Chippy's got it. I think it's 2011, 2012. It was a Van Persie double. Um, then again, you did have Lucas Podolski and Sati Cazorla scoring. So was that 2012, 2013? Ever since then, Arsenal haven't won at Anfield. So we're talking 13 years since their last victory at Anfield. So that makes me a bit confident as well going into this one. It makes me a little bit more confident going to this one. And I just look at this game ahead tomorrow, and it would be fantastic if we could lay down a marker. It would be absolutely amazing if we laid down a marker and said, look, we're going to be back next season. See what you can do about it. Because if Arteta starts his business tomorrow, the Anfield crowd will be right on his back against Liverpool tomorrow. He will be, um, and you know what? We'll come to the PSG result, because I do want to speak about that. I actually want to speak about Arsenal as a whole this season. From obviously watching throughout the season, because they've been on TV a lot, haven't they? They've been on the TV a wee bit. Um, so yes, but yes, 2012, 2013 was the last time they won. was the last time that they won. So yeah, that was very very interesting to say the very very least. Um, let's see some of you are saying. Anfield Irishman Brian, hello mate, hope you're well. Good to see you in the chat, my friend. Um, excuse me. Andrew Quinn, Frimpong and Kirkers look interesting. Imagine the speed of the fullbacks next season. Yes, Frimpong is very fast. Kirkers is very fast as well. Gone pretty quiet on Kirkers actually. Um, but as I said, we'll need to just wait. We need to wait until the end of the season to see what happens. Chippy says 2011. My mind thinking it's 2012, 2013. I think it was Podolski and Cazorla. It was one of Rodgers' first home games in charge, I think, if I seem to remember. Um, oh no, actually, no, Manchester City, the 2-2 draw was. But I do remember the next game after that was Arsenal. We lost. Wasn't great. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Yeah, we've got a great record. Yeah, we do. We've got a really good record. Time wasting at the coin toss. Yeah, like that. You could see that. You could see it happening. You could see it happening. Chippy was at the game. Yeah, I've got a funny feeling that actually, I'll tell you a story. Liverpool Arsenal 2010 2011 first game of the season. Arsenal Roy Hodgson's first game in charge. Joe Cole sent off after 30 minutes. Yeah, I was sitting Anfield Road stand, and I was sitting right behind that tackle. And I knew then that Joe Cole had been sent off. And obviously David and Gog scoring, and yeah, Pepe in at OG. Yeah, and obviously we've had the Arshavin 4 goals as well in 2009. Liverpool Arsenal games are very, very, very competitive, and I'd expect this game to be competitive tomorrow as well. Arsenal need the win, which may open them up. We want them in because of all the crap Arteta has been saying about us. Like, I will get to Arteta. I will get to Lego heads because I do need to have things on Mr. Arteta. Let me just say, quiet is good, absolutely. Yep, it would be lovely. Um, Ian Doyle said to Liverpool, are strong favourites for Kirkers because there's 3 clubs, us, City, Madrid for Kirkers, and Liverpool will be both for him. Well, that's obviously the Hungarian um, supply, obviously, Soboslai as well. But yeah, let us. So that's obviously about the last time Liverpool and Arsenal played. But yeah, let's let us talk Arsenal because, and I've just realised I forgot. I'm just coming up with that. Right, Arsenal this season. I don't care what any Arsenal fan will say. And look, I might get slaughtered for this in the comments. They have gone backwards this season. They have gone backwards. 13 draws this season. I mean that's one more than the Invincibles. 13 draws to try and win the Premier League is too much. Um, I think we've got 7 draws this season. My memory serves me correctly. We were 25 wins. If anybody is saying that Liverpool do not deserve this league title, then you're absolutely deluded in yourself. Um, and let me just start on Mikel Arteta. The guy is absolutely deluded as anything. There is no way Arsenal being the best team in the Champions League this season because you didn't win. Did Arsenal win 7 out of 8 games to be top of the Champions League? No. Um, they lost to finalists Inter Milan. They were almost beaten by Girona. Um, they drew 0-0 in Atalanta. All right, they beat PSG 2-0, but obviously the PSG result has obviously catapulted them to lose again. But the fact that the, the comments Arteta made about Liverpool being champions with less points, mate, come back when you've lost a title with 97 points, right? Come back and you 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 put everything on the table. You put everything on the table, and um you say this: Liverpool lost a title on 97 points. Man City won on 98. And he was going on about something like Arsenal, uh, the last two Premier Leagues, Arsenal would have won it. No, you wouldn't. You had Manchester City to deal with. So I just, I was absolutely stunned what he said. I was absolutely stunned what he said. And I think he's just deluded. He's just, the pressure's getting to him. The pressure is getting to him. Now, look, I think, let me go back to Tony's comment. Arsenal need the win, which may open them up. We want them in because of the crap Arteta has been saying about us. Arsenal at the moment are in a top four race. It's simple. They are in a top four race. Man City could only draw at Southampton today. Whatever you say about Southampton, what you say about Manchester City, if Man City are to finish second after all the rubbish they've had this season, that'd be quite something. That would be quite something, to say the very, very least. Arsenal have Newcastle coming up. They've got Southampton at home. Sorry, no, hang on. They've got us, they've got Newcastle, and they've got Southampton. Arsenal are guaranteed second place yet by a long stretch. Newcastle are catching up to them. Chelsea are even in that race. Forest are in that race. Obviously, if Forest win tomorrow, then it puts them right back in the chase. Aston Villa winning tonight at Bournemouth is absolutely crucial as well. They are in a race for top five, and it's quite stunning, to say the very, very least, that that is the case with Arsenal. Is that of all the injuries that like, look, everyone suffers injuries. I remember when Liverpool had to make 18 centre back partnerships in the 2021 season. That was absolutely horrendous. To lose Van Dijk, to lose Matip, um, to lose Robertson for a period, to lose Trent for a period. It was horrible. We had Fabinho and Henderson at centre back. Look, I can safely say that, like, losing your front line is not the best thing, to say the very least. But Arteta, that's on you. You decided in January to basically go what you had, and now it looks like you're going to be trying to get this striker. If it's a Victor Yorkeres, if it's Victor Osimhen, um, honestly, it's so interesting, to say the very, very least, that Arteta is one of the reasons why Arsenal haven't won this league. Now, is he the manager to get them across the finishing line? I'm not so sure. And I'm going to say this as well. If he doesn't deliver at one of the big ones next season, he's gone. He is gone. I think defensively, Arsenal are the best team in the Premier League defensively. But they hardly score goals. And that is what is very, very concerning. If I was an Arsenal fan, you look at the team, and yes, it may have been decimated with injuries. Everyone's been decimated with injuries this season. I'm not buying into this nonsense that Liverpool have won the league just because of injuries. We haven't. We've been the most consistent team. We've been the most consistent team, and Arsenal fans just have to suck it up. They just have to suck it up. How many times has Arteta said, "I need a striker, I need a striker, I need a striker"? Because he hasn't even dealt with that. He hasn't even decided to get that. Look, Arsenal's form since we became champions has been absolutely shocking, to say the very least. They lost to they lost to Bournemouth. The fair play Bournemouth doing the double, that was fantastic, to say the very least. Um, they were drawing silly games as well. Like, is there a point in this season where you can look at Arsenal and think, yeah, look, we were really in a title race? Because if you look at it, Arsenal haven't been top once this season, so that's something to consider as well. And look, you know what, Saliba has been good, but is he really the defender that people are like hyping up? Stop with the comparisons with Van Dijk. All right, just stop it. Just stop it, okay? Um, because for me, Van Dijk is so much better than. I would even argue that Gabriel, who is obviously injured for this game, is better than Saliba this season. I would say that now. Um, there's no way that Raya has been better than Allison. There's not. Um, oh, and let me talk about Martin Odegaard. This is a guy who's meant to be captain of Arsenal. This is a guy that you would expect to get you out of trouble, get you wins, get you like get goals. He's been shocking this season. He has been absolutely shocking this season, and you know what? If Arteta has the balls to do it, he would go to Odegaard. Look, I think the captaincy is too much for you. I think it's too much for you. Give it to somebody else, and then let you thrive as a player. But I think Arsenal could really improve the team as completely as that. Um, there will be players going out. There will be players going out. But just to conclude, I think they've gone backwards. I think Arteta is completely deluded in himself when he says that Arsenal are the best team in the Champions League. That's absolutely nonsense. Um, and one last thing, I hope we batter them tomorrow. I really do. Lay down a marker. Just tell them that we'll be back next season, and you've got to do something about it. And I think Arteta is really under pressure next season as well. So yeah, that's my little rant. That's my little rant on Arsenal. Let me know you guys what you're saying about Arsenal as well. Elevator and escalator fan, what's up, Douglas? I love the title. Thank you very much. Yeah, champions versus pretenders is what I said as well. I don't think you can live a second without laughing at Arsenal. I don't think you can. I mean, there's a stat going around as well. Is that 8 semi-finals they've lost now in a row? Can someone like check that? Because I've got a feeling they've lost 8 semi-finals in a row. That is not good under Arteta. I think they've only scored one goal as well. I think it was that Saka goal at PSG as well. Expected battery of tie any minute. Tie. Yeah, enough said. The better. Do you know how we drew 10 games last season? I found that embarrassing. 13 draws for Arsenal. That is just comical. It's one more than the Okay, words out, Douglas. It's one more than the Invincibles, mate. It's one more than the Invincibles. It's embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. You look at that for Arsenal. I'm happy PSG put them in the playoffs. I am as well. I am as well. I said after the Liverpool PSG game, I thought that PSG were the best team in the Champions League. I still stand by that. I think they've lost to Mbappe's, they've lost to Neymar's. They're not a team that are full of Galacticos anymore, and I think that's a really good thing for them. So, very fascinating final between themselves and Inter Milan. It really is. Um, I don't know what's he talking about. Yeah, exactly. Arteta is just deluded, mate. He just really is. Excuse me. Give me a sec, guys. The only reason they beat PSG 2-0 was two reasons. A, that was poor PSG team before they came to life, and B, both goals were shocking defensive mistakes. Yeah, and Donnarumma has completely redeemed himself this season. redemption for Donnarumma. To the very I know they drew to Southampton. I actually think Man City will finish second over Arsenal. I think they lose to Liverpool tomorrow. I think they lose to Newcastle as well. Yeah, I think so as well. I think so as well. Um, I think it'll be a very interesting game tomorrow. I really do. Um, and as Tony said, Arsenal do have to open up a wee bit, and I think that could really, really be very interesting. Could be damaging. I think it could play into our hands. So very, very least. That City result today was the end of them getting second for me. Possibly. Um, I think they've got a game in hand coming up though, Brian. I'm trying to remember if they're playing. Funnily enough, I think they might be playing Crystal Palace. Believe it or not, I think they might be playing Crystal Palace after the final. So that'll be an interesting game. So the very least. Um, I think City will win the remaining games because okay, they have Bournemouth, Bournemouth there at home, filming. It's Bournemouth. There we go. They're at home film being like great. No, they haven't. Yeah, Bournemouth definitely on the beach. Definitely on the beach to say the very least. Douglas and Devon Marino up front. Of course they're going to struggle, but yeah, yeah. They're playing a midfielder at centre forward. It's ridiculous. Say the very very least. Uh, I'd say Arsenal next season could struggle to get top four. Much likely going to be top five. But look how shit we were at the end of the last season. Look at this season. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely as well. Saka for captain. Um, I'll ask you this: Salah for captain. Obviously, Van Dijk was to touch wood get injured, but yeah, I think vice captain could be interesting as well. Obviously, Trent going. Who'd you give it to? Because for me, vice captain goes to Mo Salah for me um, as well. Problem is, if Arteta gets sacked, who replaces him? That's a good question. Um, I think there are better managers out there, so it could be very, very intriguing to say the very best. Brian, that's why am I using? It's not StreamYard. No, I am using EV Mux. EV Mux. It's a cheaper version of StreamYard, and it does most of what StreamYard does. It allows you to sort of stream onto like your YouTube, and I like it. It was shout out to Carl Edwards Levy of the Totally Horn and Levy Football Pod who introduced me to this. So yeah, I think it's I think it's good. I like it. I like it a lot. Yes, Douglas, Villarreal 2021 Europa League, Liverpool 21-22 EFL Cup, Newcastle EFL Cup this season, and PSG in UEFA Champions League this season as well. That is shocking for Arsenal. As well, YouTube Live. It's not YouTube Live, but yeah, it's something called EV Mux, Brian. I would look into it. I would look into it because for me, I was always having audio problems with StreamYard. I don't know what they've done something to their audio, but it was always like it was always having problems with me, and something I just couldn't fix. So yeah, for me, I just decided to go into another one as well. And Saka's goal was the only goal. It was a bad defensive mistake. Yep. I root for PSG because of the way they came back the second part of the season. I remember saying PSG would not even qualify for the playoffs because of their tough schedule. I do remember saying that as well. Do remember saying that. 36 played. Yeah, 36 played. Indeed. I thought I'd be right in the way they started the season, but they proved me wrong the second half of the season. Yeah, absolutely. Replace Arteta with Areola. That's a shout and a half. Areola was a very good shout, but I don't think Bournemouth fans will forgive you in saying that, Brian. But I think they're a good shout. They're a good shout as well. I think it'll be a shout. I think it'll be Salah. But there's also a shout for Robbo. 100%. 100%. If Robbo does stay, then I would agree as well. Evie, let me just let me say. So it's evmux.com. There we go. That's not a StreamYard problem, Douglas. It's a Scottish accent problem. How dare you? I know you're joking. I know you're joking. And there it's there. evmonks.com. Please do check that out because it is not sure very old league builder. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. As well. So yeah, that's my mini sort of Arsenal wee rant over and done with. We'll move on because I want to speak about us, the champions of England. It feels absolutely amazing to say that we're the champions of England again. Um, and I cannot wait to be at the parade in 2 weeks, Monday. I can't wait to be at that. That's going to be amazing. Um, we have been the most consistent team this season. We've only lost 3 games out of 35, which I think is absolutely amazing. We've won 25, we've drawn 7, and lost 3, which I think is very, very good. I think Ryan Gravenberch has been a revelation as a defensive midfielder. Salah's been Salah. Salah obviously got Football Writers Player of the Year, which is absolutely tremendous. He absolutely deserves it as well. And I think it's really, really good that we were champions. And we've been very, very good. Very, very good. I think as well, Gakpo and Diaz have really stepped up to the plate this season. And as well, it's not so much the games we're winning; it's more about the control in these games, and it's really, really good to see us do very, very well. Now, looking ahead to tomorrow, at home we've only lost 1 game, and that was Nottingham Forest. Away from home we've lost to Fulham and Chelsea. Um, we were out of the FA Cup pretty early on to Plymouth. I think that was a disappointing game. Carabao Cup final, but anything can happen in a final. We just didn't turn up on the day against Newcastle. Champions League was disappointing because we got PSG, and I think they're probably going to go and win it. Although I know Brian, I know you're into Milan fan. That 2 semi-finals against Barcelona, that was 2 of the best games I've watched this season. Undoubtedly, drama throughout the full 90 minutes. So it was disappointing to finish top and then obviously get PSG, but it obviously happened there. So I think this season has been very, very good. We've got 82 points. It could be 85 tomorrow. I still think we get 91. Even if we don't get 91, if we get to say 88, then I think it's a very, very good season by all stretches of imagination. But I want to win all these next 3 games because there's a chance that we could finish. We finished 18 points clear in Manchester City in 2019-2020. The biggest margin of victory, I think, is 18 points. So that was obviously Man United with Arsenal, Man City with Man United as well. So I want to win these next 3 games. I want to finish as further and further and further ahead of Arsenal. So that'll be very, very interesting to say the very least. But we have been investing. Slot made that decision against Ipswich that we managed to get. Obviously, Kwanzaa started that game, and then Kanate came in, and I think it was very, very good for Kanate. Ever since then, we haven't looked back. I remember the early games: Ipswich, Brentford, Manchester United. Those were the 3 at the start of the season. Everyone was saying that was an easy start. Going to Old Trafford's never easy. And yet, provided obviously we never knew what Manchester United team was going to be happening that season. this season. Um, they've been very, very poor. There have been a few games where I'm like, okay, disappointed to obviously draw. Manchester United at home is obviously a big example of that. But again, haven't really been challenged. Beating Manchester City home and away was very, very good. Um, Drawing against Everton was disappointing away. But then beating them at Anfield was great. Beating Aston Villa at home, drawing Aston Villa. Going to Bournemouth and winning. Not many teams win at Bournemouth. Not many teams win at Bournemouth as well. Um, and look at the other one, Tottenham 6-3. And then obviously 5-1 as well. West Ham 5-0 away. And then we beat them. We beat them 3-1. They always score at Anfield anyway. This season has been very, very good. It's been very, very good, and long may it continue. Long, long may it continue. We have been the best team this season. We thoroughly deserve to be champions. And you'll get people online saying, "Oh, asterisk, COVID title, PGMO title." Well, Liverpool have had to beat every team that's in front of them. Provided we haven't beaten every team, Fulham we haven't beaten this season. Forest we haven't beaten. So those are obviously the two blotches on the card. But apart from that, it's been very, very good. Winning in Paris was great as well. So this this is going to be very interesting summer for us. And these next three games, just want to win. Just want to win. And Arsenal home tomorrow, tough game, but I feel we can do them. I really, really do. Brighton away, that's not easy as well. They gave us a hard game at Anfield. They came out of that one alive. And then obviously Palace away, that was a tricky game. We won 1-0 there. So if we win tomorrow, move on to 85 points, beat Brighton, then that's 88. And then Palace at home, that's the game where we lift the title. If we were to come out of the season 91 points, we have done very, very well. I think we'll get more credit for that as well. But let the writers write what they want. Let the you know let the let the rival fans say what they want to say. Liverpool Football Club have been the best team this season, and to get the 20th title, it's absolutely amazing. Nobody expected us to get the title. Nobody. You could look back at my predictions earlier in the season, and I'll tell you something. We Nobody said that we would win the league. You look at the big list of BBC pundits. Some didn't even have us in the top four. So it's all about hindsight being a wonderful thing. And I think next season will be very, very interesting. Could we go back to back? We could. We could easily go back to back. Um, but it's about the here and now. And look, Liverpool Arsenal tomorrow is an absolutely massive, massive game. And as I said, I want to win tomorrow. Losing to Chelsea, look, that was disappointing. But I think that was understandable. That was understandable. Because I believe the players are actually travelling to Dubai actually straight after the Arsenal game. I think I read that somewhere anyway. So that could be interesting. That could be very interesting to say the very least. Look, I am very happy that we won the league. And I'm not buying this nonsense of like just a league. When have you ever heard people say just a league? When have you ever heard people say that? So very, very happy to win the Premier League title. And long may it continue. Hopefully next season we go back to back. Because if we go back to back, that'd be great. 21 ahead of Manchester United. That would be best. the best thing to say at the very best. But let's see what you guys are saying about the whole season as well. Um, uh, Not sure if Ariola would leave Bournemouth. No, I don't. I don't think so either. Oliver, I don't think so. It's great we're champions. Yes, absolutely, it is. Okay, cool. 40 quid a month for streaming is a bit expensive for me right now, so I'm just using free. Ah, fair dues. Fair dues as well. I don't know about you, but the season feels like a carbon copy of the 1920 season where we sacrificed every other competition just to win the Premier League, and this season feels way more special in a way. Yeah, I agree. I think it is very, very special. To say the very least. Excuse me. I'm 99.6% sure that if we didn't get PSG in round 16, we got some of these in the quarterfinals and the semi-final. Yeah, I agree as well. Do you think players will still be drunk over they want to play Arsenal out of the park, shove it to the face of their fans? I want to win tomorrow. It is at Anfield. I want to win. I want to win tomorrow, definitely. Two all-time classic games. For Toro, man, imagine what he could do at Anfield. He's staying there, though he's interfering through. Yeah, he is. He's interfering through. If Inter win the UEFA Champions League, maybe make a good run in the Club World Cup, Latoro could have a shout for the Ballon d'Or. I think it's very wide open this season, the Ballon d'Or. I think it is very wide open. As Brian says, it's wide open this year. I agree. We could very well come down to that Champions League final in 3 weeks' time, and my goodness, I don't want to wait 3 weeks. I wouldn't be able to wait. Yeah, absolutely. I'm the same. I don't understand why they call the COVID title. If anything, COVID made this worse. It would not be better. We're over 20 boys clearing for COVID, yeah. Poor. Could you see us go back to back next season? Hopefully. As I said, it would be very, very good if they did. I remember I had this third tomorrow where I was being optimistic. I think Arne Slot was strong tomorrow since it's Arsenal home. I can see Liverpool fans booing Arsenal players everything. It's like, oh, Saka could be on the ball and you will hear whistling. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely indeed. Right. Just time for the starting 11 prediction for me. So, obviously, Slot's already said Bradley starting tomorrow. So, I think it'll be Alisson in goal. I'm going to go Bradley, Konate, Van Dijk, Robertson. Then we'll go Gravenberg, McAllister, Soboslai. Then I think it's Gakpo, Diaz, Salah. That's my team. And if you wanted to predict Arsenal, Ryan goal, Timber, Kiwior, Saliba, Lewis Skelly, um, Rice, Odegaard, Partey. And then I think it will be Martinelli, Saka, and Moreno. I think that'll be the Arsenal team. If I'm being honest, it's quite easy to actually predict Arsenal teams at the moment. That I think there's going to be a little bit of keeping the midfield battle tomorrow. I think McAllister and Gravenberg could have a really tough game. Uh, I'm really looking forward to seeing what will happen. What will happen tomorrow? I think it's going to be a fascinating game to say the very, very least. But yeah, I'm gonna go Alisson, Bradley, Konate, Van Dijk, Robertson, Gravenberg, McAllister, Szoboszlai, and then it'll be Salah, Diaz, and Gakpo. That'll be my team for tomorrow. Yeah, get your teams in the chat, guys, and I'll read them out. Yeah, do you agree with my 11? That's one thing I'll ask. Do you agree with my 11? Um, we'll, we'll, we'll see. Say the very least. As a score prediction, as I said, I want to win tomorrow. Um, as I said, I want to lay down a marker. As I said, I just look at tomorrow and I'm like, we play to our game. I think we could really get a big win. I really do. So my prediction, believe it or not, is Liverpool 4, Arsenal nil. Yes, you heard me correctly. Liverpool 4, Arsenal nil. I just have a feeling they will be so floored from the game against PSG that their heads could drop tomorrow. We get an early goal, their heads drop, I think. Um, I genuinely feel we could give them a battering tomorrow. And I hope we do, because Arteta has been saying a lot of absolute rubbish in the media, to say the very least. So, yeah, I'm going to go Liverpool 4, Arsenal nil. Get your predictions in the chat, and I'll read them out before I end the show. Um, it's so good to be back live with you guys. I've got to be honest. It's been a long time in the making to come back live, but yeah, uh, as I said, I will be hopefully doing more lives eventually. Obviously, wait until my voice gets better. Let's put it that way. Um, but I'm so excited for the game tomorrow. I cannot wait to get at these scenarios. Um, and minute one, get in their faces, get right at them. The referee tomorrow is Anthony Taylor, by the way. So and VAR is Paul Tierney. Yeah, there is a cloud, isn't there? There's always a cloud. Would you say Arsenal's defence got exposed recently because they were conceding more goals recently and we conceded way more versus PSG? PSG were clinical more matches. I think there's a case of saying that, yeah. I think there's a case of saying that their defence is definitely um, a lot more, um, exposed. I think Gabriel's a big miss in their back line. I think he was a big miss. But it's going to be a big game for Kiwior tomorrow, and obviously Lewis Skelly against Salah. That's going to be very interesting because they didn't play the first game, did they? So the least, Stephen, a man who likes to think like I think. I'm going 4-0 to Liverpool. I hope so as well. I really hope so as well. Liverpool 4, Arsenal 2. I think Arsenal might score a few because of our poor defence, but I think overall we'll be close because they'll score both goals when the game is over already. I think so as well. I'm pumped. I'm pumped for this game, ladies and gentlemen. I really am. I'm really pumped for this game. So yeah, I'm going Liverpool 4, Arsenal 0. Get your score in the live chat, and also after the video and please do leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. But guys, I'm going to leave it there. 1 hour and 8 minutes we have been live for. So thank you very much to everyone who tuned in this evening. I really appreciate everyone who tuned in. I will also be redirecting you as well. After the video is ended, I am redirecting you to Anfield Uncle Rod's as well. So yeah, you're basically when the video ends, you'll be getting redirected to another Liverpool Arsenal preview. So yeah, that'll be something to look forward to. But as I say, housekeeping rules. Please remember to leave a like on the video. Please remember to hit the subscribe button. And big thank you to all the new subscribers who came out recently and all the views on the shorts. It's absolutely amazing as well. I wouldn't even have dreamt of having an 80k short on there. But no, fair play to you all, and I'm obviously happy that you are liking the shorts as well. And there will be more. There will be definitely more coming on the channel. But let me just say the last few comments to say at the very least. I feel like this will be like the Chelsea game, 90-20, beating 5-3 with the trophy. Could be. Take care, Douglas. Thank you very much, Elevator. And Steven said, great stream. Thank you very much as well. But yes, please do hit like, please do hit that subscribe button, and obviously share out the content as well. It's been very good to be live with you guys this evening. And as I said, I will be redirecting you over to Anfield, Uncle Rod, from myself. It is hopefully a good win tomorrow. Let's go out and batter these. Let's go out, get in their faces from minute one, and yeah, let's try and get into Arteta's head, and let's try and get the crowd rallied onto Leghorn as well. But good night for me, and never walk alone. Cheers, lads. Come on, Liverpool.